What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is about food stamps, right? And there's a lot to unpack. So we've got people getting caught for food stamp fraud, lying on their applications to get more money, and then we've got people who actually need food stamps crying about their benefits being cut down to almost nothing, right? I mean, there's this guy who says his food stamps went from about 2,800 to I think 350, and a pregnant woman with 8 kids, pregnant with her ninth child, who says she only got about 800 from $3,000. And people are talking about how unfair it feels, but at the same time, the fraud and the scams going on are making the government crack down hard, right? Let's get into it, but I want to know what you think as we go. Do you think that the scams are making it harder for the people who actually need help? I mean, that's what I think, right? Let me know in the comments if you agree.
Food stamp fraud. It's a real thing. So you got onto the internet to tell people to lie to the government to get more food stamps. You then proceeded to say exactly how you're lying by stating that you're not homeless, even though you told the worker that, and that you're actually in a 3-bedroom house chilling very comfortably. You said your mama said that you don't gotta tell all them folks your business. Then the next clip I see is you in a bed in a bonnet stating that they done cut your food stamps off, found out you was lying, and now you owe $35,000. And it doesn't stop there. Because right after she made that video, the police came knocking on her door and arrested her for fraud. So here are the 3 things that could have happened. You either get temporarily or permanently disqualified from the program, you gotta repay the benefits, and or depending on the amount, you could face some jail time. So depending on the seriousness, you can either face fines or up to 20 years in jail. Now, they're going to find out regardless, whether you file your tax return or they run your social, because now they have programs to catch up with people. But what you absolutely shouldn't do is get on the internet telling everyone play by play how you're defrauding the government. You should never come on here and admit that you committed a crime. Like, come on now. It's like those people who are getting those half off flights or half off hotels or half off their bills, and then they got arrested and got out of jail, got on TikTok to basically tell us play by play how they committed that fraud. Sir, you still have charges pending. It's time to put the phone down. They're building a case on you through them comments and them videos. Yeah, don't come to the internet with your crimes. Keep that in a diary. Keep that to yourself.
So y'all remember that time that I got on TikTok telling y'all about the food stamps? Do y'all remember that time I got on here and told y'all about the food stamps? Why the fuck did they turn my food stamps off? And I gotta pay back $35,000. They turned my food stamp off and I gotta pay back $35,000. Now I'm fucking aggravated because how y'all didn't know I was playing on here? Y'all just running with shit. But them motherfuckers really turned my goddamn food stamps off, and I have to pay them back $35,000.
You out, but imagine being charged with food stamp fraud, plus having to pay back $35,000. Now, this is the true story of a woman by the name of Koya, Koya, who is also another TikToker who does content. She talks about how TikTok pays her bills. Well, I guess sis was also getting government assistance, because with the government assistance she was getting, and the post she was putting out about it and talking about it on TikTok, well, the police showed up at her house, arrested her. She recently got out of jail for food stamp fraud. So I'm telling you, do the right thing. Don't lie to the food stamp office, because this is another reason why they are cracking down on the food stamps and who gets it, or the SNAP benefits and who gets it. Make sure that you are doing it the right way. She owes them $35,000. $35,000 that she's gonna have to pay back. Plus now she has an arrest record of defrauding the government or defrauding the food stamp office. I don't know how they necessarily put it, but I'm telling you, do what's right. Apply if you need help, and if not, leave it for those that do need help.
So the welfare fraud department of my county just left my house. Are you guys happy? Are you guys happy? I get a knock at my door. I open the door, and of course there's 3 people in, nice work clothes, whatever. I thought it was CPS. Okay, big surprise there. No. It's the welfare fraud department. I didn't even know there was a welfare fraud department. Okay, so with everything that I have going on with my food stamps and everything, they are going to be tracking every single paper trail that I have had attached to my name for the last 10 years. They are going to be digging up everything. I am possibly facing criminal charges for this. This is not just something where they take your food stamps, for a couple weeks or no. This is actually criminal. So I hope you guys are happy.
So let's break this down, right? Because food stamps have always been a controversial topic. But lately, it's gotten even more intense, right? On one hand, you've got people bragging about scamming the system. There's this woman who literally went on TikTok and admitted to lying on her food stamp application. Like, who does that, right? She said she told them all sorts of lies to get more benefits, even though she lives in a 3-bedroom house and doesn't really need it. And of course, she got caught, and now she's banned for life, and she owes about $35,000. Yeah. And then you've got this other case that blew my mind. Someone scammed $66 million in food stamp fraud. Like, I don't even know how to process that number. 66 million. That's not a mistake, right? That is a full-on criminal operation, right? Now, while all of this is going on, there are families who really need help, right? And they're seeing their food stamp benefits get cut down, right? People are saying that they got letters in the mail saying that their benefits were reduced. This lady said her benefits dropped from $4,400 to $38. I mean, that's not a small cut. That is basically nothing.
Yep, $66 million. A woman of color works for the USDA, has fraudulently misappropriated, essentially stole $66 million worth of food stamps as an employee at the USDA. You remember the USDA. They were the ones that the Doge found all of this bloat and excess staffing, and Doge was finding all this misappropriation of federal funds and taxpayer dollars, and they went to the USDA and they shut it down, and all of that side was protesting because people were losing their jobs at the USDA and they were cutting out that program. And remember, the USDA is supposed to provide funding for foreign countries, not just the United States. This woman allegedly has worked for the USDA, a woman of color, for over 30 years and has defrauded the federal government in the EBT food stamp program to the tune of $66 million. One, how did she do that? Two, how has she been doing it the whole 30 years she's worked there? Three, why? What kind of kickback was she getting? Because allegedly she was creating EBT debit cards and selling them. $66 million. And then they want to know why there's a certain group of people that are always saying we can't have nice things. And then there's the same group of people that are crying all over social media that Trump is taking away their food stamps. The ones that get $3,000 a month and then just go and make TikToks about it and videos about it. And then there's the working class people who can't get food stamps because allegedly they don't qualify for it. Well, maybe they would have qualified for it if we didn't have this woman defrauding the program to the tune of $66 million. Are you guys surprised? There's a part of me that's not surprised. There's a part of me that's not surprised by who it was. They're the most educated women on the planet. You know, the ones that are not married. Yeah, they're not married because they're doing shit like this. Let me know down the comments what you think. I don't care. Haters come in because it is what it is, and it's sickening. And I cannot believe where else, what other fraud is going on? And now that Elon Musk has stepped down, like what's happening with Doge? My other question is, all the money that they've been finding, where are the consequences to the people that have been allegedly defrauding federal programs? What's their consequence? What's happening to them? I want to know. Let me know what you think. Maybe I missed something in the news.
A lady just received 10 years federal time for lying on her food stamp application. Now, y'all, I understand it's hard out here. I understand more than the next person, okay? Trust me, I get it. I've been denied several times myself. All I'm saying is, if you lie and go to jail because you was trying to feed your family, who's gonna feed your family? Y'all, it's not worth it, y'all. Like, I know this has been a thing for all of time. People have been lying on their food stamp application since it was invented. But y'all, they catching on. They catching on to y'all. They actually doing their background research. They checking to make sure the job matches the house, matches the medical bills, matches your name, matches your social security. They double checking now, y'all. Okay? So all that, let me lie, get a couple extra. Just be happy if you get it. Be happy with what you get. And that's it, y'all. Otherwise, you gonna be in the cell trying to figure out how you can get some soup.
Y'all, this lady just got 4 years for lying on her food stamp application, y'all. I didn't know you can go to the penitentiary, federal penitentiary, behind lying on your food stamp application. Oh, man, they done changed the game for real. I remember a long time ago, this female was like, you get food stamps? I was like, no. She was like, you need to just start lying on your application. They can't do nothing but penalize you and take you off of it if they find... Oh, no. They done changed the game. You done lied on your application in order for the government to give you some assistance that you probably didn't even need, that you just wanted. So you lied to get more money than they was going to approve you for. So therefore, now she got 4 years. I just seen her video. I said, damn, she really got 4 years. Y'all better stop lying on them applications. See, people like me wish they can get food stamps. I wish I can get these things. That's why I make these videos. Because a person like me gonna use it as a stepping stone. Y'all get this shit and y'all sit on it for a year and y'all never do nothing with it. Y'all spin it up, buy your kids junk food.
Trump has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350. Now, what am I supposed to do? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever, that all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay, I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills. I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more. I'm done with that guy. I'm not. If he gets voted in again, I'm leaving this country. Because I'm not dealing with this no more. This is all shit.
My food stamps just got cut from a little over $3,000 a month to $800 a month, and I'm pregnant with my 9th child, and I genuinely don't know how I'm gonna pay the grocery bill. The money we saved by having the government pay for our groceries, we were using to pay for our mortgage. But now, if we're gonna have to use our mortgage money to eat, I don't know how we're gonna make it. It's not possible for me to go out and get a job right now because I'm pregnant with my 9th child and it's currently summer break. So if I were to get a job, I would have to send all 8 of my other kids to daycare, which I can't afford, and I don't have any marketable skills to where I can make a job that would be paying more than the daycare cost. I have 6 different baby daddies, and I've tried going to all of them to ask for more child support, and only one of them has offered to give me an extra $100 a month, which, like, I'm grateful for that, but it's not enough to take care of all of my kids. I'm planning on taking the baby daddy that I know makes the most money back to court to see if I can get a little bit more of his income, but I can't afford to take every baby daddy back to court to get more money. So I'm in such a bind right now.
My food stamps went from $4,400 in food stamps every month to $38. What am I supposed to get with $38 with 6 kids? How the hell am I supposed to support my kids on $38 in food stamps? Not to mention our disability checks on hold. Our Section 8, my rent isn't getting paid tomorrow. So I have to come up with $1,100. Okay? I am allergic to work. I can't work. I refuse to work. The whole reason I had kids was the amount of government benefits that you get for one child. And now, with the dependent age being 7 and younger, none of my kids are dependents now. None of them, because they're all older than 7. So how am I supposed to live? How do I feed my kids on $38? This is not okay. Not okay.
I'm just saying, how much they give you food stamp every month?
$23.
That's it.
That's it.
How are you gonna survive with 23?
They tell me that I can survive on $23, and my name is Janet, and we can't. We're old. I'm 72 years old.
You vote for Trump? Be honest with me.
Huh?
You vote for who?
I don't vote no more.
You don't vote.
I don't vote no
What do
more.
you think about Trump now, offering all this stuff?
You want to tell the truth?
I tell the truth.
Sucks. He sucks.
Are you a single mom? Are you living by yourself?
By myself. My mom died. My sister died. They all died of cancer. And now they found a spell on my back.
What about your husband?
Died.
You can't survive on $23 a month.
Nope.
You want some breakfast? Go get you pizza. I'll get you coffee one.
Huh?
Go get you pizza.
Thank you.
I get coffee. I get one.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. You know what? We need more people like you in the world.
No problem, man. Anytime you need some help, just come see me.
Don't make me cry.
No, don't cry, man. Don't cry. We are all together on this now.
All right.
No one in the world, man. Just be strong.
I am. I'm by myself.
2028 is coming very soon, you know, so we gotta ride this dude, man.
Yeah. But
Like Elon Musk who did this shit, who cut all funding for the government. I mean, you can't be survivor 23.
You gotta pick up your pieces.
What about Siri, all the service? Nobody help you?
Nobody can. I can get from pantry, but they only give you like beans, corn, because nobody's donating to them. You know, you can't get help nowhere no more, because when you get old, they throw you away.
That's not America. That's not
It's not right, but they throw you away. They think you're nobody. So anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Grab whatever you want. Pizza, coffee, whatever. Anytime you need some help, just come check with me.
Thank you. You're a blessing.
Yes, I can, man. Okay. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then there's this pregnant mom with 8 kids, about to be 9. She's pregnant with her 9th child, right? And she's crying because her benefits were cut to $800 from $3,000. And I'm not trying to be harsh, right? But I have to ask, why keep having kids if you're already struggling, right? I'm not calling her dumb, but it just doesn't make sense to me. If you're surviving on food stamps and can't work, having 9 kids is only going to make life harder, right? And I feel like a lot of people are thinking the same thing, right? Even if they're too polite to say it. And it's not just her, right? There are women with 5, 6, 8 kids saying the same thing. And I honestly feel for them, right? But I also feel like we have to be real about planning for the life that we can afford. Okay? Another thing that's new, some states are apparently limiting what you can buy with food stamps. People are saying that they're no longer allowed to buy snacks or junk food. And honestly, I get why that might annoy people because real groceries are more expensive than a pack of chips or cookies. But at the same time, I kind of understand why they would do it, right? Maybe they're just trying to promote healthier eating. But still, if you've got 6 kids and you're trying to stretch every dollar, that rule just makes life harder.
If you have made the conscious decision to have baby after baby after baby after baby 10 times, why do you expect the American taxpayers to pay for your bad decisions? Why should the American taxpayer pay for your lack of common sense, for your lack of discretion? Your mother should have taught you not to open your legs 10 times to somebody who could not afford to take care of your children. I think that parents are failing their children. I just saw a video with a mother who was 40 years old. 10 kids getting $2,000 a month on EBT food stamps. My question is, who raised this particular young woman? Who raised a 40-year-old mother whose ambition or lack thereof has her with 10 kids getting $2,000 a month on EBT food stamps? Now, I am not somebody who does not think that nobody should ever get food stamps. I think that if you have fallen on hard times and you need it for a certain time to get through a difficult period in your life, by all means, go ahead and get food stamps. But living on food stamps and receiving it for a certain amount of time are two different things.
So Trump and his administration has passed a bill to where junk food can't be bought with EBT. And hey, don't get me wrong. I understand a lot of people do abuse it. That's understandable. Here is the thing. To eat healthy and organic is very expensive. So if you got a family that only get $500 and you want them to eat organic and healthy, they're not going to get a lot of food that lasts them throughout the month because the prices are so expensive. So if they're going to do that, I think they need to go after these companies that are charging an arm and a leg for organic or healthy food. Like, that's crazy. To be healthy, it costs so much. Even when we go to the store, a bottle of water, $4, $5 for a bottle of water. Water should be a bottle of water, like single bottle of water, should be like 50 cents because it's healthy. But then you can go outside of Walmart and get a can of soda for 50 cents. And then they wonder why Americans are big and Americans are unhealthy. And America's like, it's a lot of fat people over here compared to other countries, because other countries, food and produce are like damn near organic. It's like, you know what I'm saying, way fresher and healthier than our food. But I'm gonna mind my business on that.
I am a working mother, and I work hard. I get taxed a lot. And I don't mind my taxes going to fucking food stamps. I don't mind that shit. I'm okay with hungry children and people busting their asses getting fucking fed so they can go to those jobs and be productive, and their kids can go to school and do what they need to do. I'm so angry, guys. Like, I'm so angry. That's why I'm crying. I'm so mad because I was watching this mom and she is so upset about how she's going to feed her kid. And that's fucked up. She works 2 jobs. They cut her food stamps to $12. She was making it work on $150 for her and her kid, and the extra $100 she could pull out of pocket to make it work for them. And honey, they cut her to $12. And she said all kinds of people were coming in the office, seniors and shit, getting cut to like $20 and shit like that. What the fuck? I'm okay with feeding the elderly. I'm okay with feeding children. Why aren't you?
3 million Americans will be kicked off of food stamps. 3 million Americans.
There's a lot of things I could and want to say, but as someone who's been on food stamps multiple times in my life, I know that shit's rough. I don't know how else to put it besides that. And now things are only gonna get rougher. And with food banks being stretched thin as it is, I'm just mad. Fucking bullshit. I don't know what else to do besides try and help. So I'm going to donate $500 to my local food bank. And if you're someone fortunate enough like myself, they could really use it. And my heart truly goes out to anyone affected by this. Okay, bye.
I think the real problem here is that fraud is messing up things for everyone. The scammers are making the government crackdown harder, and now the people who really need these benefits are suffering, right? It's like one big chain reaction. One person's scam ends up hurting 10 families who actually rely on that money to survive. But I'm curious what tell me what you think, right? Put your thoughts in the comments. I want to know, do you think that these cuts are fair? Do you think that the government should be stricter because of all the fraud? Or do you think that they're punishing the wrong people? And what do you think about people having 9 or 10 kids when they're living on food stamps? Because that one is just crazy to me. Anyways, credit to all the creators featured in these videos. And thank you for tapping in when you saw this video. I don't take you for granted. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. And I'll see you on the next one.
Now, being on government assistance is supposed to be temporarily, but a lot of people are abusing it. So it's kind of good that they're actually cracking down doing that, because leave government assistance for the people that really needs it, like the people that's disabled. I'm talking about the ones who cannot work, they cannot get around, they need the actual help. The ones that's actually on poverty level, they didn't have no choice. You don't know what was going on with them. So that's why I believe the people that's in that type of situation that should be on government assistance. But everybody else that just want to be lazy, want somebody to take care of them, want somebody to fund their lifestyle by staying on government assistance, that right there needs to stop. So, but government assistance is supposed to be temporary to help you get you back on your feet. I know a lot of people on here are mad about that, but it is what it is. I'm actually glad seeing this happen. That's lets people know it's time for you to get off your tail and go find a job. Now, this other change that's already illegal as it is, but some people do it anyway just to get as a side hustle. You know, a lot of people sometimes just get on food stamps just to sell their food stamps. So what they're also doing is cracking down individuals actually doing it. So if you get caught selling food stamps, they can cut you off from that too. And, some people do get arrested for that, something like that, which is actually illegal anyway. So, you got the person that actually got the groceries, but then also somebody made money off of it. So that's another change I did find out. What they're actually doing is cracking down people that's actually doing it. So if you get caught selling food stamps, you can seriously get in trouble for that, and you will get your benefits cut off from that. So you're able-bodied individual that's able to get a job. That's the only time you're eligible to even get food stamps. You cannot use your food stamps to buy sugary drinks or junk food. It has to be something healthy-wise, so that way you can make better health decisions with your lifestyle. And also, if you get caught selling food stamps, they will take that away from you as well. So, I don't know what you guys think about these changes. So I know it's been saying this for a while, and a lot of people upset about it, but hey, it is what it is. So maybe something good come out of it.